Yeah, we had some decent rain yesterday. There is one particular area that could be getting some heavy rain today. We'll let you know where to expect that coming up.
And we begin this hour of Great Day with a live look at that radar as the rain is moving out of this area. Good riddance, but again, it's coming back later, so go figure. Yeah. We've actually had a good amount of rain over towards the coastline there. We're expecting quite a bit of rain up in the mountains today as well. But you might have noticed we've been experiencing some technical difficulties thus far, 47 seconds into the newscast. And that's because we're in southeast Fresno, where it is a very dark part of the morning. Yeah, check it out. There's the look at the PG&E outage map right now. For the sake of disclosure, this is why you're having some issues right now. If you hear us talking about a delayed video, a little bit delayed, or some elements missing, this is what is happening. Even so, it is important to bring you the information. There is a power outage that is affecting more than 1,600 PG&E customers around the Fresno airport area.
So according to the utility company right now, this started around 3 this morning, and crews for PG&E are still working to identify what actually caused this unplanned outage. But as of right now, there is no estimated restoration time as of this moment.
And if you're driving in this area, want to emphasize again, this is the lights are out. If you approach a street light, traffic light, treat that as a four-way stop, because a lot of drivers are not doing that this morning. Some of us encountered that already. The outage again impacting the area between Highway 180 and the Fresno Yosemite International Airport and Helm Avenue east to Clovis Avenue. Again, those street lights are out. Treat them as a four-way stop. This is a developing story. We will bring you any updates on this outage as soon as we learn more. Okay, there we are. Good morning, by the way. I'm Liz Gonzalez.
Hey, we are actually here. I am Carl Cook. Kim Stevens is on assignment today.
And I'm Justin Willis. Thank you for joining us. So in addition to the outage you saw there, that does encompass the airport there. And so a lot of people heading to the airport, please be careful, because you'll notice some issues there. A lot of people take, they go 180 to the Peach exit there, and you come up that way. You're going to be encountering some issues there. Again, like you said, a lot of people just kind of, blazing through those intersections.
Or even if they're not familiar with it, and they just keep on driving, and it's like, no, there's a traffic light there.
You can't see it, and you got to kind of, so please take it slow if you're heading north on Peach from 180 on your way to the airport there. A power outage is affecting traffic over there. Like, the lights are out. It's dark right now. As the light comes up, you'll notice the traffic lights that are out, if in fact the power is still out later this morning. But for now, please be careful heading north on Peach Avenue. And thanks to generators, we're able to be on the air this morning, so we thank you all. And again, you may notice some changes. There's a couple of little elements that may be missing from the newscast even, so we're bringing you the information. So as you're running around the house getting ready, maybe you're having your breakfast and just listening to us, that is all the better for you, because we're at least bringing you the information. Yeah.
But
we'll be like a podcast today where we're doing
something like that. But we're working to smooth out some of the details right now. Even so, we still have the information.
Right. So I'm just going to guess that this is probably not weather related. The weather for our area passed yesterday, and we didn't get much of it anyway. It all went to the coast, but there's going to be some developments up in the mountains, which we'll show you in just a little bit here. But right now, let's get your current conditions going here, and let you know what to expect. It is a little cloudy out there, but not so much. You can see a few stars going on there. 70 degrees right now. Winds are calm, and the dew point is at 58. Humidity could be another issue for us today. At 10 a.m., it's going to be 74 degrees, at noon 81, and at 5 o'clock it'll be 86 degrees out there. Wind speeds are going to get to about 13 miles an hour for us by the end of the day. Should be mostly sunny by the end of the day too. You also notice there about a 10% chance of rain there early today. 10%, which doesn't mean much of anything, but we're putting it on the map just in case. All right, coming up in just a bit here, your next weather maker. There is another good round of rain heading our way. We'll try to track that for you here in just a little bit.
We start this morning with some clarification, if you will, from the Department of Homeland Security, which is now saying one ICE detainee was killed during a shooting at a facility in Dallas, Texas yesterday. The agency had previously publicly stated that 2 detainees were dead and another was seriously hurt. DHS did not give an explanation for that revision. The 2 others hurt in the shooting are said to be in critical condition. The accused shooter in this case took his own life. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem says that the FBI is leading the investigation into the shooting. The FBI says the shooting is being investigated as an act of targeted violence. Secretary Noem says investigators are looking at all of the cars that were left parked around the area to see if the shooter left one there. She also says that DHS will have more security at ICE facilities across the country. According to at least 3 sources familiar with the case, investigators believe that the accused gunman, 29-year-old Joshua John, is the suspect. Now, the FBI had been spotted searching a suburban home believed to be his parents' house in Fairview, Texas, after the shooting. Officials also searched a home in Durant, Oklahoma, which they say is linked to John. It's not clear if any evidence was found or taken from either home. Court records show that he did have a previous offense on his record. In 2016, when he was 19 years old, he was charged with delivering marijuana, which is considered a state jail felony in Texas, the least severe type of felony in that state. He pleaded guilty and that case was deferred and he was placed on probation. According to the Associated Press, in 2017, John drove across the country to work a minimum wage job harvesting marijuana in Washington state. A spokesperson for a college in the Dallas suburb of McKinney told the Associated Press that John studied there at various times between 2013 and 2018. The Trump administration is blaming that deadly shooting on politics, specifically what it's calling radical leftists. Details about the motivation behind the shooting are still unfolding. Law enforcement said that a bullet casing was found at the scene with anti-ICE written on it, that picture released by FBI Director Kash Patel. In a lengthy post to Truth Social, President Trump says the attack stems from, quote, radical left Democrats constantly demonizing law enforcement. He says that he's going to sign an executive order soon targeting domestic terrorism networks, but he didn't specify which ones. Vice President Vance is also blaming politics. One ICE detainee, again, was killed in that shooting and 2 others hurt. No law enforcement officers were hurt.
All right, time is 5:07 now, and taking a look at the forecast here. So, a couple areas of low pressure there. You can kind of see up towards the Bay Area. That's where the upper low is centered right now. It's an upper level low, which means we're going to be seeing tropical moisture from that spinning up into the higher elevations of the Sierra Nevada mountains, but also up into the hills out there, mountains, the coastal ranges there. And it looks like that South Bay could be getting some heavy rain today, heavier, I should say. But a little bit of low pressure to the south of us is still causing some problems with creating some instability right along with that other one there. So we've got plenty of tropical moisture to go around, and it's really going to impact the Sierra Nevada mountains today. Taking a look at the futurecast here, you can kind of see the coverage at this hour. Up north there's a small pocket of rain there. Looks like towards the foothills there, maybe just west of Modesto there, and then a little bit over there in the East Bay. But then we get to later this morning, and then things shift over to the Sierra Nevada mountains, and by 5 o'clock this afternoon, we could see some heavy rain there. Now, we are expecting about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rain up in those areas there. Oakhurst, Shaver Lake, Sequoia National Park, all looking at about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rain today, and then that tropical moisture wraps around there into the West Hills. Later tonight, things back off a little bit, but then we could see another surge tomorrow afternoon, tropical moisture surge that is, and Saturday afternoon a little bit more so, and then yes, Sunday afternoon as well, and that could be very heavy there. Could be about 1/10 of an inch of rain there Sunday afternoon in the Sierra Nevada mountains, that is. But heavier stuff expected next week. Things start to creep in for us Monday afternoon at 2 o'clock there, and then check out Tuesday morning. We could see some heavy rain here in the Central Valley, mainly from Fresno to the north there up into Merced. But look at the higher elevations, those pink and purple shaded areas, that's where the rain is going to be the heaviest. So those higher elevations, we could probably see maybe up to an inch of rain in some of those areas there. But we'll keep an eye on this. We've already had some changes to this storm coming in for next week here, so we'll see how that develops as we go on there. It'll kind of linger in the Sierra until the afternoon, and then Wednesday looks like we got another round teasing us for Thursday. So we'll keep an eye on that and see how things are holding up there for us. In the meantime, Humidity could be another issue for us today. It was a little stuffy out there yesterday. We were in the upper 80s, and that's what we got today. 64% on your humidity today. Yeah, it's going to get up there. Dew point is down a little, but still enough to make it feel sticky at 59 degrees there. And looks like at its lowest, the humidity could drop to 35% this afternoon. All right, so the next 3 days look like this. Today we are at 88. We're going to be warming up a tad as we get into the weekend, though. By the way, 10% chance of rain in Fresno today, very slight, probably not much of anything. Tomorrow, sunny and 89. Saturday, 93. Wind speeds pick up just a tad, 5 to 10 miles an hour, but mostly sunny on Saturday. All right, next, we're taking a look at your highs and lows across the rest of the San Joaquin Valley.
We now have an update and new information regarding tomorrow's permanent closure of the DMV office in the community of Mendota. The California Department of Motor Vehicles responded to our request for answers, saying in part that the foot traffic dramatically dropped since June of 2024 for the small office that was only open 2 days a week. It goes on to say that Fresno has the capacity to serve all customers. But members of the community argue that the closure will leave many vulnerable people without in-person assistance, which they consider critical. The closest locations range from Madera, 33 miles away, to Fresno or Clovis, more than 40 miles away. The DMV says that its resource kiosk at the Mendota City Hall will remain. But Mendota's mayor, Victor Martinez, says his constituents need more than a kiosk and online services. Those who live in Mendota say they hope the state agency reconsiders tomorrow's permanent closure, and if not, they hope an educational class is offered to teach people how to use those services online. And big changes are coming to Kettleman City, including a roundabout at Highway 41. Kings County District 2 Supervisor Richard Valley and Caltrans officials briefed the community Wednesday evening. They say construction is expected to begin in stages starting in April of next year, but we're told drivers should not expect any traffic disruptions. Officials say by March of 2027, you can expect to see the project completed and traffic moving through that new roundabout, putting an end to the long backups that have frustrated drivers and residents for more than 10 years. So just how much traffic goes along Highway 41 and Kettleman City? Let's take a look at that. According to data from Caltrans, Highway 41 sees tens of thousands of vehicles a day. The latest data from 2023 shows that near Bernard Drive, 21,400 vehicles pass through. But once you pass the intersection, those numbers drop sharply, down about 7,700 vehicles daily. Peak hours also see heavy traffic with nearly 3,000 cars an hour entering that area. Time is now 5:12. Several major insurance companies are returning to California. The new rules that lured those insurers back to the state and what they say they'll rely on to determine rates for homeowners.
Hi, I'm Monty Torres with Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.